All right, let's look at the homework 8.5, problem number 10. All right, so we're gonna have to sketch this region. All right, so first one is sine of x. So sine of x is gonna look like this. So everyone seems to have the correct sine of x. It looks like actually all the pictures are actually exactly the same. All right, then look like x is going from negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2. So you have negative pi over 2 here. So it looks like it's not shaded the right place. Second one is not. And the third one, it's going from negative pi over 2 to this is going to be pi over 6. All right, so it looks like this is the correct picture. This one, this part is not shaded. So this is the correct picture. All right, so let's go ahead and check the answer first. All right, it came back and looks like we got the picture correctly. All right, so let's find the area of the region. All right, so for this area, so we know that the top curve is going to be the cosine one. So it's going to be integral is going to go from negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 6. All right, and the top curve is the cosine curve. So you have a cosine of 2x. And then minus the bottom curve is the sine curve. So you have a sine of x, right? And with respect to x, right? So antiderivative cosine of 2x would be you have a sine of 2x, then you would have to divide by derivative of 2x, which is 2, right? And a negative sine of x is antiderivatives positive cosine of x. Right, and you're going from negative pi over 2 to pi over 6. Right, so this is going to be equal to, right, if you plug in negative pi over 2, so it's going to be plugging negative pi. Sine of negative pi is actually 0. Actually, sorry, I messed that up. We have to plug in the top number first, so pi over 6. If you plug in pi over 6, you have, let's see, pi over 3 because you have to multiply by 2. So sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. So there's a over 2 again. So it's a square root of 3 over 4, right? And plus, and cosine of pi over 6 is square root of 3 over 2. All right. Oop, let's see. Hold on a sec. Minus. All right. We plug in negative pi over 2. So it's going to be sine of negative pi is 0. So it's going to be 0. And plus and of negative 0 as well. All right. So therefore, we get, all right, so square root of 3 over 4 plus square root of 3 over 2 would be 3 square root of 3 over 4. Right? So let's type it in. So we get 3 square root of 3 over 4. Right? Oh, actually, let's see. All right, let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, again, I lost internet connection again, but this answer should be correct. So it's a 3 square root of 3 over 4 is the correct answer. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.